right. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to the Celtic Way pre-match show. It's Dundee versus Celtic. Forrest starts as Rodgers perseveres with scales. My name's Ryan McGinley. Today I'm delighted, as always, to be joined by A. Haggerty 10, Tony Haggerty. Tony, how are you doing?
I'm very well, very cramped in the back of the Dundee press box. I did say it was about for comfort, certainly, but there we are. We're here, we're in position, can't wait.
Yeah, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take the microphone out and we'll just talk like this so that we're guaranteed that we get the sound going. So as you can see on the screen, the team is out. We've got Joe Hart in goals, a back four of Greg Taylor, Liam Scales, Cameron Carter-Vickers and Alistair Johnson. In the midfield, it's Cal McGregor, the captain, alongside Rio Hatate and Matt O'Reilly. James Forrest and Nicholas Kuhn are the two wingers, and Kyogo leads the line up front. If I just read out the subs, it's Scott Bain, Lewis Palma, Adam Ida, Hyunjin Yang, Mike Nawrowski, Tomoki Awata, Paulo Bernardo, Daniel Kelly and Tony Ralston. Before I get started and we talk about this team in a bit more detail, I just want to bring up a couple of things. I'm going to bring up our the offer that we've got, all the sponsors that we've got in this video. We're thrilled to have Weissman, who are a global leader in the boiler industry, known for their top-notch German engineering, sponsor our podcast. What's more exciting, they've teamed up with Scotland's very own award-winning installation team, MPH Boilers, making this a perfect match right here in Scotland. Weissman's boilers are engineered to deliver not just warmth, but unparalleled efficiency and reliability. We're talking about cutting-edge technology that's designed to save you on energy bills and reduce emissions. With MPH Boilers, you know you're getting service from the best in the business, a local team that's committed to excellence and customer satisfaction. As part of this incredible partnership, when you choose a Weissman boiler installed by MPH Boilers, you'll also get a free internet controller, making it a breeze to manage your heating anytime, anywhere. Plus, they're offering the first year service free. It's all about giving you peace of mind and making sure you're looked after. So if your boiler's showing its age or you're considering an upgrade, this is your chance to get world-class engineering with local expert service. Weissman and MPH Boilers, it's a match made in Scotland. Make sure to check them out and take the first step towards a warmer, more efficient home. And if I can just bring up the current offer that we have got still, if I can find it, there it is. £1 for 6 months of access, plus a free Kyogo Furuhashi print. On the website we've had, or on our Twitter page, we've actually shown what the A3 print looks like. We've had many people raving about the Kyogo print that they've got. So if you want to get involved and get one of them, www.celticway.co.uk/subscribe. £1 for 6 months. That'll be you sorted until the end of October. So please get involved and support our channel just that wee bit more. Right, Tony, let's get in and talk about this team. So what are you thinking? What's your overall thoughts on the team so far? Is there anything jumping out? James Forrest, perhaps? Liam Scales persevered in the first team. What are you thinking?
I think we both got 10 out of 11, didn't we? Scales being the only one. We thought Mike Nawrowski might get the shout, but we're not surprised to see Scales come in, are we? And James Forrest, glad to see him starting. Thought he was excellent at Hampden last week. Deserves a start. I'm pretty confident that team is capable of going out and getting the correct result, Ryan, yeah?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a strong team. You know, we've been talking about it earlier on this season about how many useful players or how many big players have been missing over the course of the season. Look at that team that they've got. They've got Cameron Carter-Vickers, Cal McGregor's back. Hopefully he's back and more fit than he looked 8 days ago. And you've got the likes of Riley, Kyogo, they're already there. Kuhn's to make an impact. Tate, and it's a stronger team than what it has been. You know, the last time that Celtic came here, they were relying on a player like Bernardo and make an impact. He did. That was his sort of, that was his run of form that he had from then up until the January break. Maybe the January break hindered his chances because players have came back into the first team. But look at that team. There's strength all over. There's title winners already all over that park, and you would expect them to come and make a difference on this day. You know, it doesn't matter what's happening in the other game at this point in time. Celtic have just got to keep their eye on the end goal, which is a double.
It's another 8 days from Hampden last week, so hopefully he shows signs of being back to something approaching his best today, and you will know very soon or very quickly into the game, because you had that feeling last week that he just wasn't quite at it or 100% yet. So he's slowly building it up, but I say you still trust that team, that midfield triumvirate. You trust them, don't you? And obviously if they can supply Kyogo, you know, Forrest and Kuhn can supply Kyogo, then he will score. Got a great record against Dundee as well, scoring Kyogo. So hopefully that continues today.
Yeah, we've got to say you can see the pitch just down north from us. The pitch is looking absolutely tremendous, considering what it's been through in the past couple of weeks, you would say it's looking like it's in decent enough condition. There was a good pitch that was going about an hour ago, like a bowling green. It's cut up in some areas, but it's still looking good enough for a game of football. Hopefully, a game of high quality football from Celtic's perspective. Just looking at the team, I was talking about, and then the predicted lineups that went out yesterday, we predicted, or maybe we were hoping, that Mike Nawrocki gets a start in place of Liam Scales. Brendan Rodgers is trusting his man, even though I think he was one of the weak links at Hampden last Saturday. Liam Scales is in there. How big is it today that he puts in a good performance, cuts out the errors, and makes sure that that's his position from now until the end of the season?
It's a great show of faith by Brendan Rodgers, isn't it? And clearly, I wrote in midweek that if Mike Nawrocki didn't start today, then the writing's on the wall for him. And that to me says that Celtic are prepared to listen to offers for him in the summer, and I still think that'll be the case. So Liam Scales just has to knuckle down and cut out the kind of basic errors in his game. But up until now, you have to say Liam Scales has been excellent for Celtic, but past month or so just tailed off pretty poorly, Ryan. Where there's concession of goals there, and that can hurt the team, especially in the title running. But it's just, if the manager's backing him, then he's obviously seen enough in training to say Scales is back in. Up to Scales to show VP his manager for showing faith in him by being a dominant centre back today.
Yeah, I think not the problem that we had, but maybe the slight concern that we had was Mike Nawrocki came in, kept a clean sheet against St Mirren and looked okay for the 60 minutes that he played. Yes, there was a couple of times that he could have maybe been caught out with his lack of pace, especially against St Mirren's forward, whose name escapes. I think it's Olisanya. He was getting in behind quite a few times, but didn't put a foot wrong, in my opinion. I thought his passing was quite good. He dealt with his defensive duties well. Liam Scales comes back into the team last week, and you could maybe attribute him, as well as Alistair Johnson, from getting beat by Junior Hoylett with two crosses into the box. You can attribute those goals to him and perhaps to Greg Taylor as well. Celtic don't have another left back at this moment. The only other left back could be Liam Scales in that left back role, but it seems that this seems to be the strongest four, or the four that Brendan Rodgers seems to go with game upon game. If everybody's fit, this is the lineup that they go with. So we've just got to go with it, and maybe there's that chemistry, there's that connection that those players have got. Maybe that would hinder the team if you take one or two of them out of the team. From now until the end of the season, expect that to be the back four. I don't know about you.
Yeah, my thoughts on it are last week's gone. Celtic are through. They're into the Scottish Cup final. Put it to bed. No, Celtic players know what's at stake, Scales included. They're chasing down a Scottish Premiership, Scottish Cup double. Get the job done. That's all that matters today. 3 points and nothing else. And I just focus. That laser focus that you have to, to bring your A game to fixtures like this. Don't care what's happening elsewhere. Celtic can only control what's happening in less than an hour time.
You're going to bring up one of the cliches. Control the controllables is what we always say they've got to. They've only got them. They're in the driving seat. Yes, that very much is true. But they're only in the driving seat as long as they keep on winning games. They can't allow any opportunity for other teams to get back into things. Because Celtic are in a good position just now. I think everybody knows that. But you're only as good as your last game. You're only as good as the game that's coming up as well. All they need to do is keep on winning from now until the end of the season, and they'll get to where they need to be. But be a difficult game today. Every game in the split is going to be difficult. These teams deserve to be in the top six. Their form over the course of a season displays that. Dundee deserve to be where they are. It's been a great season for them, considering they were only promoted. New manager Tony Docherty's done a great job in getting the Stens Park side out of any trouble whatsoever. I don't even think they've been in trouble in terms of relegation at all this season. They've been a breath of fresh air in the Scottish Premiership, you could say. But be a difficult game. I'm just looking at their team today. Where are the danger men, would you say? Bakayoko, possibly. I'm looking for Owen Beck. Owen Beck's on the team. I'm guessing he's injured at this moment in time. But Luke McCowan as well, the captain. So that they do have danger men in and around the side, and they'll have players that can hurt Celtic. But Celtic have got to control the controllables and put in a good offensive performance. Do you agree with that statement?
Without doubt. The manager said on Friday, this is where they put their trophy heads on and know what it takes to be a champion. Well, go and show that on the park, and that's what Celtic have to just focus on that right now. They know what it takes. Dundee's the next challenge. Go and beat Dundee and just, home in on that title. And the Scottish Cup will take care of itself when that rolls around. But 3
It's got to
points.
be in the back seat now. It's got to be. They're there in the final. That'll be about the league.
Of course it is. You tick them off now, Ryan, as you're going along. 5 to play. First one, Dundee. 3 points. Job done. Clinical, professional performance I'm wanting from Celtic today. And go back up the road with all 3 points intact and their lead at the top still intact.
You've got to potentially look at the goal difference as well. If Celtic can score a few goals today, then that would be absolutely brilliant. It's it is a close title race between Celtic and Rangers, but they can use that as an extra point if they keep on scoring goals. They've got good players that have been scoring goals recently. Matt O'Reilly's been back scoring goals. He's going to be an important factor today, I would say, in that link up between the midfield and the attack. Nicholas Kuhn was talking to the media ahead of this game this afternoon, and he's quite bullish in his comments. He's quite a measured character, but at the same time, he's confident in his own ability. He says he can manage 90 minutes. Not sure if he'll play 90 minutes because there's people on the bench that can come off and cause damage. But if he can do 60, 70 minutes, then you would expect him to be on the winning team. If he's got a good performance, you think he's going to get goals and assists, don't you? He's that sort of player.
The players are well aware of what's at stake, right? Well aware. And I think there's confidence surging through this team. Now they just want to get it over the line and get it done. And I think you'll see that today. I think they'll come out the blocks quick. 2 wide offensive men who you believe can cause Dundee some damage. And I think one of the commenters seemed interesting to see how Kyogo gets on when I think it's Hazel Finn, in fact. She said she's really interested in how Kyogo gets on. It's the first game in ages where he could get proper service. I feel like that as well. So we've been crying for Forrest to come into the team and couldn't hit a bit of for him. So I'm expecting them to provide Kyogo today. And you also mentioned Matt O'Reilly. I always feel Matt O'Reilly's a better footballer when Hatat and the team alongside him. Midfield are going to be Celtic winning the game today. And I fully expect that the back four will just, give nothing away. They'll be been well warned about last week in the slackness in terms of, you see the Alistair Johnson allowing crosses to win. Scales and Carter Vickers switching off, getting caught underneath things, getting caught cold with the early Aberdeen start. As I say, park that. These are all things that will have been dealt with, spoken about today. You focus on beating Dundee, and if they can get that goal difference up, then even better. There'll be no shortage of trying, Ryan, but goals could be important at the end of the season, so you try. If the chance presents itself, you've got to be clinical.
It could be. We hope it's not. Hopefully they'll win it by a few points, but at the same time, you've got to be prepared for every single eventuality in a season, and that could be the case. Right now, I think they're 4 goals, given the way the current score is at the moment. They're 4 goals ahead of Rangers. It's up to Celtic to extend that. Even if Rangers do get the win, it's up to Celtic to extend that goal difference and get the win as well. Everybody in the comments that's watching us, we thank the 240, 250 people that are watching us thus far. Could you please get your goal predictions out, or score predictions, and maybe first goal predictions as well? Try and get in as many as we can. Sorry about the background music. It's Tony, Ryan and Beyonce, evidently. But we're trying our best to maybe speak as loud as we can so that you can't hear as much of the background music. Probably get a copyright strike as well, because people can hear the labels. You're at the mercy of real life. We're at Dens Park. FJT says 5-0 to Celtic. Just waiting on more people coming in. Is there any other sort of talking points that you want to bring up? It's great to see Hatate every game since he came back. That Livingston game that we were both at, then he was showing his stuff. But I think today could be a real showcase of Hatate. He's the point against St Mirren. You're just waiting on that Hatate to come back. That Spellbinding one. He can score goals. It can make things happen. Yes, he has scored goals, but we're expecting a big performance from him in the business end of the season. Today could be that day.
Of course, goal that to full fitness himself. So yeah, breakout game will come back. I'm hoping for that, and if it is, then I think Celtic will run out comfortable winners.
Yeah, I agree with that. Hazel Finn says 3-1 to Celtic. Hatate to score first. That's something that we've been talking about as well. Paul Mullen says 3-1. Sean Buis says 4-0. Forrest to get one. Forrest is definitely a talking point today for sure. Lanky 4-1 to Celtic. 420 somewhere says 3-0. That's the Celtic team coming out to train, as you can probably hear by the big shouts. Anybody else coming in with some score predictions? Yeah, I think this is worth touching on again. It's a big game for him today. You know, there's been Palmer that's been in and out of the team. Brendan Rodgers in the pre-match press conference was talking about maybe there was games that he should have played them in, but he was given new as the on the left side. I know he's played almost exclusively on the right hand side, but he's one of those players that can play there. Maeda, who's unfortunately injured at this moment, but he will be back hopefully next week for the Hearts game. Today's a big opportunity for Forrest. He'll probably can feel Daiza Maeda breathing down the back of his neck. He's coming back. You know, his rehab's going well. Looks as if he'll be back for next week. It's a chance for him to take that opportunity. 32 years old, yes, he is getting on a bit, but he's a player that's in really good form at the moment. He showed that against Aberdeen. There's no doubt that he can turn it on today, isn't there?
He was excellent last week, absolutely excellent, and he's been rewarded by a start this week. And you don't put it past him to have a big. What happens today, do you? Either by creating or scoring. And I think Celtic supporters are delighted to see James Forrest on the side, aren't they? Starting today. So, yeah, another game where he's got a real chance to make an impact and make his mark. And I'm excited to see Forrest. I've got to be honest, I really enjoyed what he brought last week. So just continue that.
I'm sure he scored at Dundee Park before as well, previously in his career. To score as well. Anyway, sorry, but at the mercy of the Wi-Fi and the live connection. We've tried going from my hotspot to the Wi-Fi. 6.5. Unfortunately, we were talking about Kyogo before it was cut off there. Kyogo, good to see him leading the line. Thought he did really take his chest. He did dangerous at Hampden, but Kyogo, another chance. He is your striker. He's the permanent striker. You play your permanent striker at the end of the day. Either can come on and maybe make an impact, especially if the game is still tight between the two sides. But you would back Kyogo, especially on a ground that it's been a happy hunting ground for him.
Of course, and and he is my main striker, and he's always going to lead the line for me. Adam.
Hi guys, sorry, but at the mercy of the Wi-Fi, as I said before, it's cutting it on and off. So we'll probably just do a quick score prediction, and then we'll let you go on and go on ahead and get ready for the game. Tony, what do you think the prediction will be today? What's your score prediction? What do you think the score will be today?
3-0 Celtic. I'm taking
first goal scorer.
Kyogo.
I'll go for 4-0. I think Celtic have good goals in them today. I think they'll show that today in abundance. So enjoy the game. Thank you to MPH Group and Weissman Boilers for sponsoring this. I'll just bring up this very, very quickly before we finish off. It's £1 for 6 months. Instant analysis will be on there, as well as player ratings. If you're interested in supporting us just a little bit more, we have incredible uptake over the past couple of days. If you want to continue to support us, please visit us on www.celticway.co.uk/subscribe. You'll get 6 months of access up until the end of October. Thank you to everybody. We're sorry about the technical issues that we've faced. It's just more people come into the ground and then the Wi-Fi kind of goes to pot. That's what happens. But thank you once again to everybody for supporting us. We'll be back after the game some point to dissect Dundee versus Celtic. Hopefully Celtic get another 3 points and go ever closer to winning the title and a potential double. Thank you to everybody for joining us, and we'll catch you after the game.